So we do have our 9 squares. So these are 4 by 4, and this is 3 3/4, and we need to get these shrunk down. So we're going to put this back in, and we're only going to score a 1/4 inch in that first box, so just that section. All right, then follow your trimmer up to the top, and with that finger, turn it 90 degrees, and you're going to score that just in that first box too. Okay, once again, follow it up, turn it, and score a 1/4 inch right there. That 1/4 inch is going to give us our tab for our pocket piece, because we don't need all of them. Okay, I got it. All right, now, as you can see, there's well, no, you might not be able to see. There's a score line right here, the 1/4 inch. So right there is where I'm going to cut along that line, just that box. So where the next one intersects, that's where I'm stopping. All right, same thing. So here's my 1/4 inch score mark. So I'm going to, good thing I didn't. All right, so here's my score line. You're going the opposite direction, perpendicular to that. That one would not have had a pocket. And it's going to start forming a pattern. So this one went this way, this one went this way. This one's going to go this way. Yeah, it made a lot of sense, didn't it? This way, and then this way. You can laugh at me. I laugh at myself. Alright, so this is how it should be. Score line, here's your pocket. Score line, here's your pocket. And you do have, at this moment, you have an extra part because we haven't folded that over yet. Alright, so there's that one. This one folds over. So it should all fold together like a box. Okay? So there's that. That's what it's going to look like. We're going to crease all of these 1/4 inch score lines. And then glue them together. So we'll just glue it down. I have to find my mat. There we go. Here's a glue mat. Oh, and you also want to glue this part right here, just a little bit, one section. Alright, on mine, I have some little spots that are a little bit sticking out a little bit. So I'm just going to trim those because I want them all nice and straight. Alright, so this is our next box. And before we're done with it, I'm going to take my little thumb notch and stick it in there so that you can reach your tags in really easily. Here's my thumb notch tool, and it's just a punch, but it is amazing because it does what I want it perfectly. So I'm going to put it on the outside actually. And I'm just guesstimating where the center is on each of those. Make sure you don't go through both layers. You just want the one layer. So as you can see, I'm not going through both layers, just this one. Okay, so that's our second layer. And it goes right in the middle, right like that. We can glue it in right now if we want to. Or I like to do it at the very end, because then if I have different embellishments to put on different layers, I can stick them together easier. So we'll do that last. All right, the very middle, or the internal layer, we are going to, this was a little bit trickier because it's not 4 inches, you know, all the way around. You're going to score 4.5 inches from one side. Okay, so I've chosen this direction, 4.5 inches. Once again, be very gentle coming back. And then from the opposite side, this direction, it's 4 inches. So I'm going to turn it 180 degrees, so I still have the line, and score it at 4 inches. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, 4.5 inches, 4. Flip it 90 degrees, and you're going to repeat that. So you can do 4.5 inches and flip it 180, woo, and do 4 inches. And you might be thinking, oh my goodness, these are so uneven. Yes, they are. Right now I've got thin ones and long ones, but these parts are all going to come off because this is going to be a smaller inside dimensions. Okay. At the two sides that are scored 4.5, so that's this widest part, you're going to score 1 inch from the side edge. So I've just put it on my trimmer. There's a 1 inch mark out here. I'm going to do that. Okay. All right. So then I have 1, 3.5, 4. I think it's 3.5. Not sure. It should be 3.5. Whew. All right. Then you're going to turn it again where you have the 4.5. This is 4.5. So we're going to do 1 inch there as well. Okay. All right. So 1 inch strip, and then these should almost all look even. This side is not quite. All right. The side that has the 4 inches, which is this piece and this piece, there you're going to score them 1/2 inch. So like I said, I'm just going to put this in. It's got markings on this side, which I love this paper trimmer because of that. Make sure I've got it right, because that's what I would do, is score it at the wrong spot. All right, I'm setting that aside because I don't need it anymore. You are going to, this one I can see the lines better, so we're going to just cut. All right, there's this 1/2 inch mark, and I'm going to start cutting all the way. Well, I'm going to go most of the way up. You can do this part with your trimmer, but I think it'll be just as easy to do it this way. All right, there's the line for the last box. Okay, so that's where I'm going to cut this 1/2 inch strip from. If my notes are making sense, I sure hope I'm not the only one in the world who feels that way. All right, so this 1 inch strip, I'm cutting all the way to the last square, like I said, where it should start to form a pattern like the last one. So we cut a long strip of this side off, and then that becomes our tab right here. So we'll turn it, and then turn it 90 degrees, and then follow this one along until we hit the intersection for that last square, which is right there. Okay, and then we flip it the last time. So we have down here where goes along and then tab. Then we turn it, long, tab, turn it, long, tab. Then we've turned it, and we're going to follow all the way down to that last box. And then I just cut off that little tab. All right, now we still have to cut our parts so we know what's going to happen. But this part that has the tab, that's your clue of where you're going to cut. So where this tab is, I'm following that line to the next intersection. So the two lines collide. All right, this one, it looks like I've already cut it. So this one, here's your tab. So you're going this direction, and you're going to the next spot, the next intersection, which is the middle block, the center square. All right, same thing. All right, now all we have to do is fold and score, or fold and score. Wow, that was brilliant, huh? We're gonna crease them with our bone folder. Okay, just like the last layer, you're going to glue these right along there and right on the tab. So then they will form your boxes. Alright, I'm going to take the thumb notcher again, and I'm going to put it right just in between.